Well, so I want to make a video here, just kind of showing where I'm at. I'm getting ready to try to put the vehicle back together. I'm hoping that the reason why I wasn't getting any airflow is because the evaporator, I think that's what it's called, the part of the air conditioning that sits inside the vehicle cab there, was all full of mud, and I cleaned that out. I still think I got to do a better job about cleaning it because I can't see through it when I hold it up to the light yet. But it's way better than it was. Anyhow, I thought I wanted to check my heater core in the cab there, since I have access to it. I haven't pulled it out, but I want to make sure it's getting heat. And so it's a very cold night out tonight, which kind of will work to my advantage. So I'll show you a couple of things I'm doing here. So I got this heat gun. You just squeeze the trigger. See, it puts a dot there. I don't know if you can see that or not. So, oh, that is cold. It says it's 26 degrees Fahrenheit, which is below freezing. I didn't think it's that cold out. But anyways, so I'm going to probe around with this. Take some initial readings of the heater core, and I will think I'll close the valve going to the heater core, let the engine warm up, and then when I see the radiator get warm enough, I'm gonna open up the valve to allow the fluid to go in the heater core, check for leaks, and then see if it's heating or not, and hopefully that'll tell me if it's blocked. Poor dog, he's having a hard time. He's making all kinds of noise, getting old, having a hard time breathing. Anyways, so let me kind of get things set up, and we'll pick it up from there. Okay, just pop the hood there, and we'll take a couple initial readings. Also notice I have a little leak coming out from I think it's coming up from the neck there, which is kind of sad because this is like a brass radiator. You don't see those anymore. And so I got to make a decision on whether or not to try to solder that up, or take it to somebody to get it fixed, or swap it out with a cheap Chinese plastic one, which will be inexpensive. But it's kind of cool having a brass radiator. Anyways, that's a decision I have to make down the line. So I'm gonna take the gun there, fire it up there. Whoo! This thing's saying, I don't know if this is accurate, but it's saying it's 18 degrees. It doesn't feel that cold out here to me, but it might be. I got a jacket on. But anyways, 18 degrees Fahrenheit there. A couple other things I'll check is checking this hose back here. It's 19, and that's the hose going to the heater core. So let me go get in the cab and we'll check the heater core, and then I'll start the car and we'll kind of do some measurements. So here's the heater core right there. So the top of the heater core is 19, so everything's roughly 18, 19. So anyways, I'll start up the engine, let it warm up there. Alright, so I just started up. It's really started very well. It's cool. My battery's been sitting for a long time. It's extremely cold out, and the reason why it started up so good is Toyota, they put a fuel injector back there just for cold start, which was really inventive for back in '91. So yeah, I'm not going to try to show you the screen. It's already at 40, started out at 18, so it's already warming up. Oh, I forgot to shut off the valve. I wonder if I could do it from here. Yeah, we'll just see. I was kind of wanting to do it with the valve shut off and let it heat up and then do it. Let's see what's going on in the cab. Yeah, so it's already at almost, it's 28 in the cab. So that tells me it's getting warm, which is good. So I'm gonna let it get up close to operating temperature and see what's going on with it. So I'm pretty sure the water pump's pushing water through the heater core, which is a good sign. You should be able to tell if it gets warm. See what the outside of this temperature is here. This thing says it's 22 degrees outside. So it should be pretty easy to feel the temperature change if it's really that cold. Alright, so I thought I had that switch open. It's about just over 100, 112 right now. But I didn't, so which is good because it was only getting up about 40. This is about 70 here. The 80 there, that must be the inlet side. Let's see if it's warm enough in the cab there. I just opened it manually with the vent switch. I just happened to realize I had it in the closed position. This is good. Oh yeah, it says 70. Let's see the outside temperature here. Still, well now it says 32. Let's see how it feels. Yeah, it feels warm. Ooh, a little bit hot to the touch, which is good. Didn't burn me or anything. Now I'm gonna get in there with my flashlight and just see if it's well, that's a good sign. So my heater core is heating. I'm gonna get in there and look for any leaks. I'm hoping that maybe the corrosion is from whenever the gunk got in there to clog up the air conditioning unit, which is removed. Maybe the water passed through that and caused the top of that to rust, and hopefully that's not really a leak. So I got this air or battery powered blower, and I took the nozzle off in there. So I'm gonna make this simulate the blower motor and see if it pushes hot air out of the compartment out, you know, in the cab there. So I'm gonna give that a try. Well, it looks fairly promising. So I don't see any leaks there. There's a, I don't know if that's showing up on camera. There's a little spot there on top, but that's just where I put my finger, so there's no corrosion right there. Sorry, yeah, it's pretty warm. And I did the blower, tried to blow the air through there, and then I realized I have the control wires and stuff disconnected, so this unit might not be functioning the way I did. What I would do is hold up this guy here to see where this lever right here kind of should be, and kind of try to play around with it. So hopefully it'll definitely get some hot air in here now, and hopefully the blower motor will push enough in there so where I'll get it going. But I think it'll work better than it was before, just because that evaporator or whatever it's called, the air conditioning unit, was so clogged with mud that I'm gonna call this good. I should try to get in there with a mirror or something, but I can put my hand in there and feel the coils of the heater core, and they don't feel all dirty on this side. Hopefully the other side is clean. That's how the air conditioning coil thing was too. It was all muddy on one side and not the other. And so anyways, I'm gonna kick myself later on if I should take that apart, because now is the time to do it, but it's a lot of work to get into that thing there. And I'm pretty sure it's good and it's not leaking. At least it doesn't look like it. I don't smell any fluid or anything, and there's no moisture on the window, which is usually a sign if you have a leaky heater core. So now I get to start the daunting task of trying to reassemble this monster. Hopefully, I think, if I remember right, I should be able to put in the air conditioning unit, then the blower motor, and then I could give it a real test, at least from here, to see if any air flows out and if it's warm or not. But I'm fairly confident that this is gonna work. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. It was not too exciting, but it just kind of shows you where I'm at with this. And I'm gonna just assume that heater core is not plugged up enough to where air will flow through it. And it does feel like it's heating without losing coolant, so that's good.